I'm sorry, did I get in your way?
Lord Beerus, what's going on? How long have you been here?
An excellent question. I was under the impression you'd left.
Sorry, there's one more matter we need to discuss.
What matter?
That your beloved apprentice is currently trying to kill you.
What are you talking about?
See for yourself, Supreme Kai.
Zamasu, what is this?
If I had not placed that kitten mitten on his hand, then your long life would have come to a most abrupt end.
Zamasu, I need you to explain yourself immediately.
Allow me to explain for him. Zamasu's objective is to kill you and claim the time ring for himself, giving him immense power.
That can't be.
I'm afraid so, my fellow Kai. And with you gone, there would be no one in this universe to impede his plans.
Just what plans are those?
Our guess? He's going to use the Super Dragon Balls to make himself indestructible, then use them again to create a counterfeit Goku so he can eradicate all mortals from the living world.
I thought you overcame those impulses and turned over a new leaf. Zamasu?
You have misunderstood me, Master. There is no other leaf, there is only divine justice, and it demands that I serve it well. Evil must be destroyed, no matter the price.
Zamasu?
I assume Zuno tipped you off, though I admit I'm impressed you deduced my whole plan from what I asked him.
We didn't have to guess much at all. I saw the future with my own eyes.
What's that? You traveled to the future?
Yeah, that's right, I did. And thanks to you, whole cities were in ruins. Countless lives were completely destroyed.
Is that a fact, Goku? That means in this future my dreams have come true. Well, all the more reason why I can't let you interlopers get in the way of them now.
Sorry, Kai, but your luck has run out. Hakai.
Not to be.
What's your problem? Come on, don't tell me you're quitting already. I've got plenty of fight left in me.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Jiren Multiverse. This is the second part of our Dragon Ball Super Villains discussion. As I said before in the last episode, I had to split into two because this episode went way too long because we had so much to talk about. But here's a little intro for you. And hope you'll enjoy what's coming next. And let's jump back into the episode.
What did you think of Goku Black? Well, here's the thing, right? You got to say about Zamasu, but he comes kind of after Goku Black.
Yeah, halfway through, isn't it? Yeah.
Even though they are the same person, you kind of go from one to the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, starting in continuity, what did you think of Goku Black?
Goku Black. I just thought, oh wow.
As to the point, by the way, before he gets revealed as Zamasu.
I was like, okay, this guy is just murdering everyone for no apparent reason. What's his beef? Why?
Yeah. Why are you bullying these people that just gone through so much in the android side, like, you know, them punk androids, and they just half the world, like 90% of the world's wiped out, and because of, you know, teenage rebellion and all that craziness, yeah. And you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna bully them and step on their faces and stuff like that, pull their hair, give them swirlies.
That's a bit much, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, of all the places, by the way, so you could cause destruction, it's like, yeah, but this world is basically gone anyway, so I don't know who you're shooting your dominance over.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, you know, you could go somewhere where, you know, they could put more of a fight, you know.
Yeah.
Not a world that's literally, like, basically on its way out anyway.
Yeah, but I think that if you apply that logic to here, it's just like, actually, it makes perfect sense, because if you're going to be like, I'm better than you, and I'm going to kill you all, you're just going to pick the people that are the weakest?
Yeah, true. Yeah. Well, at least to start off, yeah, that's what you would do.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, I think Zamasu's logic because he wants to wipe out the humans. It's just like, yeah, well, might as well wipe out the. Well, yeah, okay. Technically, I mean, this version of Zamasu comes from this universe, so you could say that's the same, yeah. But, he's just like, yeah.
Wait, is that version of Zamasu? Oh yeah.
The Goku, the one that's possessing Goku's body.
Yeah.
Even though Goku's dead in that timeline, so yeah. How do we get to that point here? You know.
Wait.
He uses the time ring to be outside of the changes.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's just like, wait a minute. So how do you? So you went back in time before? Wait, no, because you possess Goku's body in front of Goten.
Yeah, so it's a different timeline.
Yeah.
For Goten to be alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then come back to your own timeline.
I guess
to terrorize it.
I suppose.
Yeah, and then combine with that version of Zamasu to team up with it's one of those things where you're like, wait a minute, am I remembering incorrectly as I'm talking about it more, or is like
no,
it wasn't just messy to begin with.
Yeah, that is it. It's just messy to begin with.
Yeah. So as far as like this character goes, I'm like, oh, you know what? It's cool. It's like sometimes you don't need villains with explanations, especially since the saga before, the Universe 6 saga, where you had noble villains, right? Or team up. Yeah, whatever hit was, right?
Yeah.
You're like, I'm just gonna have a guy who murders all sorts of people, right? With a god complex.
Yeah.
A bit like you seen Death Note?
The American movie version, yeah.
Oh, not that one.
Yeah.
The Japanese version, the anime version, and everything. But basically, he's like, but you know the concept, right?
Yeah.
He's like, he's got the Death Note. Oh, now I have the power to kill people. I have the power of a god because I can control, that sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of the logic here, I think, as far as I'm applying to Goku Black. It's just like, I'm better than all of you. I'll wipe you all out. Yeah. Because I'm a god and you're peons.
Basically,
right?
Yeah.
I'm better than you.
Like my Jeff, yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, okay. And you people don't deserve to live. All right? I mean...
Okay. Give me a reason why. It's like...
And then with your level of power here, you could just wipe them all out instead of taunting them.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of... I'm going to say, if they're beneath you, if they're so beneath you, why don't you kill them all? But then again, you could have said that the same about the androids when they were terrorizing the...
Yeah.
They were terrorizing that world for over 10 years, right?
Yeah, about that, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways. But I like the build of him. I like the sinisterness and the how powerful he was. Like, they really put Trunks on the back foot and stuff like that. I think they gave enough when it was the mystery of who is Goku Black. They did well there.
Yeah.
Even though like somehow he got distracted by whatever it is over there.
Yeah.
Because Trunks needs to get away. You're like, all right, fine, but yeah. It's just like when Superman gets hit by something that he's not looking at or something. Oh wait. It's more like when the villains need to get away and they take her hostage and they push her down or whatever it is, and they run to their car to get away, and the Flash is like, "Yo, let me rescue the woman."
Yeah.
Oh, where's the villain gone?
Yeah,
you're the Flash, you idiot.
Yeah, you could have done all this and still caught the
villain. I think there was one time where the person that I think it was the trickster, he said, I got a bomb here, Flash. It's gonna go for 1 second, so you gotta run it and get out of the blast radius, or whether it was an actual bomb or not, whatever, right?
Yeah.
I can't recall if it was a trick or actually a bomb. Yeah, and then when he went off and he came back, the Flash, the trickster had already obviously got away. It's just like, but if it took you 1 second to run the bomb up there, how many seconds does it take you to come back to here?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Anyways.
Plot convenience.
Yeah. So I thought they built him pretty well, considering they didn't really, not necessarily do too much with him, but they just like, but we'll give you the backstory later on. But right now he's just like, sinister and petty and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't 100% sure, and like, okay, literally gonna come back here, chase Trunks back into the past, yeah? Where when Trunks wakes up, he's like, first thing he sees Goku, so he tries to punch Goku, and I'm like, all right, very, very, actually quite logical, because the last thing he saw before that was Goku trying to kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah. And when Goku Black comes back, and then he fights Goku, who goes to Super Saiyan level 2, so you're saying the base level Goku Black is Super Saiyan level 2?
I guess so.
I mean, fair enough, because someone else is in possession of Goku's body, right?
Yeah.
Even though you can say, here's the thing, right? Actually, no, and I'll say this later when we get to the point where the reveal happens.
Alright.
Yeah. What did you think of the reveal? We get straight to that point.
I was like, okay, I don't really know who this guy is, but sure.
Okay.
And then when he explained it more, I was like, okay, I get it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, there's so they felt Goku Black's aura, and I think they went to one of the Kaioshins.
Yeah.
The one that whatever time travel one, right?
Yeah.
And he's got Zamasu there, and Zamasu being voiced by James Masters, by the way.
Yeah.
And Zamasu's like, but these mortals in this world, he's already planting the seeds, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, they all this sorts of trivial grudge match, whatever it is, right? Pettiness, and where they go and kill each other and stuff like. Why are we looking after these people? It makes no sense, does it? They want to kill each other. I mean, we're gods, right? We're better than them. Let them kill each other, right? We don't need to make sure these people look after themselves. What kind of people we, And Kaishin's like, not a Kaishin, but the guy, the other Kaishin.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, you gotta be patient. You gotta be patient. They they can do good. But I think at that point, Zamasu's like, yeah, but I seen, when you're like, all right, so from a certain perspective, you see all the nasty things that humanity does, and you're like, yeah, but they actually don't deserve to live.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though Zamasu is actually not seeing everything that is evil in the world, he's just like, yeah, but they do evil things, so I get his logic. At the same time, it's just like, it's just like you're taking it a bit far.
Yeah, it's like, dude, come on now.
You skipped a couple of steps here.
Yeah.
I mean, what are all the people that do good? Nah, they don't matter.
Nah. We don't need them.
Yeah, exactly. We don't even. No, see, here. If we don't have the people that do bad, and we don't have the people that do good, we don't have anyone that does anything.
Yeah.
And therefore, the world will be peaceful.
Yeah, like,
yes.
Like, technically, you are right. Because
there's no one on the earth, right?
Yeah. You're like, okay.
Okay. But yeah. So. Yeah. Okay. So yes, to explain Goku Black, you have to explain Zamasu, right?
Yeah.
But then there's all sorts of nuttiness that happens. Like you were saying, is like, okay, so Zamasu in the current Dragon Ball Super timeline was going to kill that Kaioshin.
Yeah.
And take his time ring, and then enact his plan of destroying all the mortals because he's better than whatever it is, right? Yeah. The mortals serve me, I don't serve them, sort of logic. Yeah. Except that he got revealed, and then he's like, well, you got me. But I'm still going to go for it anyways.
Yeah.
And and then Beerus is like, well, laters, boy, and just, that vaporizes him. Okay? But there's time is apparently fluid here, right?
Yeah.
Because there was a future where he succeeded in the Super timeline. In that timeline. Right?
Yeah.
That's before Future Trunks came back and altered the timeline. So that timeline still exists as a splinter or whatever. Here's the thing with Dragon Ball. They time travel rules are wherever they decide it's going to be.
Yeah, at the time, yeah. Or whatever time travel film the creator of Dragon Ball saw around the time. That's the
So Dragon Ball Super timeline, let's just say it's gone straight, is in a line at the moment, yeah?
Yeah.
Then Future Trunks comes back. And he alters that time to a splinter.
Yeah.
So the first timeline, Zamasu did kill Gowasu and did take the ring of the time travel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then does that version turn into Goku Black?
I think so.
Right. And then there's Goku Black who goes back in time to kill Gowasu himself and hugs Zamasu and say, yeah, we're bros, yeah? But there's also, is that timeline the one that is in Trunks is Future Trunks' timeline?
No.
Because there's a Zamasu who obviously got wiped out as well. So there's three Zamasus. One of them got killed. One of them got back to time to save the other version. And the other version is the original version from the non-Trunks interfering timeline.
Yeah.
And then they're like, then Toriyama or Toriyama just waves their hands and says, wait, we got a time ring here. So any time changes that happen,
it doesn't affect that person.
Yeah. All right, okay. I mean, that's literally what Goku Black says. I got this ring right here that allows me to not be affected by all this nuttiness. All right, and then he explains his massive plan, which, if you could go ahead and explain to the people,
what is Zamasu's massive plan?
To take over Goku's body.
Yeah, take over Goku. So his plan is to take over Goku's body, and basically wipe out all humans from every reality, isn't it?
Yeah. But the thing is, why he takes over Goku's body? Well, in the Super timeline where Trunks came back in time. Wait, what? Yeah. So Zamasu had a little tussle with Goku, right?
Yeah.
Beerus brought Goku over to the Kaioshin and he said, yeah, this guy's got a time ring or whatever it is, yeah? And they're like, oh, yeah. Oh, Goku, because I'm Goku, I'll fight everybody, even Kaioshin, just for the lols, because I like to spark.
Fight, yeah.
Yeah, and then he fights Zamasu. Zamasu's like, but why do I need to fight this peon? I'm above him. I'm beyond him, right? Except that Goku's just like, yeah. He fights him, he just punks him out, and he's like, yeah. Great. I mean, I'd love to fight you another time, even though, you're on the floor, kind of like, I'm being a bit sour.
Yeah.
He turns the Keyblade and he's just going to chop Goku.
Yeah. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then...
Yeah, so that's why he decides to take over Goku's body.
Yeah.
He's sort of potential Goku.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he just decided...
Yeah. So he used the Dragon Balls.
Yep.
To swap bodies with Goku. And unlike Captain Ginyu, who does not know how to unlock the full potential of the body he's in.
Yeah.
So Zamasu somehow does, but then again, he is a Kaioshin God thing, right?
Yeah. And the earrings and that rubbish.
Yeah. Oh, and you can say he had the base level of power of a certain level anyways.
Yeah.
So unlocking more potential is not as hard for him.
Yeah.
And Captain Ginyu just seems to be like, I'll take over the person's body and their abilities, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not like, I will try to
master their body or whatever. Yeah.
Exactly. 100%. Yeah. Oh. So yeah, I'm like following this, right? Okay, I was in this saga only because I'm like, wow, this is off kilter.
Yeah.
But I accept it.
You have to.
This is fun, but like crazy fun where you're like, it don't need to make sense anymore.
No. And then it just ends really depressingly as well. Like, oh wow, this.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but just before we get to that, he's like, "Yep, I did like it." So, Zamasu and Zamasu, even though one of the Zamasu is in Goku's body, right?
Yeah.
They used the Dragon Ball to make the other Zamasu immortal. So even if he's not as powerful as Vegeta or Goku in Super Saiyan Blue, but it's just like, well, you can't kill me. So what we'll do, I'll stab through my Goku version of me will stab through me to stab you. Yeah. All right.
Show them. You're like, okay.
Yeah. I actually thought it was kind of funny the amount of damage that the master was taking.
Yeah.
But his mentality crumbled completely because he's like, yeah, I'm so much more powerful and stronger than all these jabronis. And then it turns out the Super Saiyan Blues were more powerful than him. So he's like, well, I'll destroy you by being you. Yeah. Right? I mean, okay, so you're just admitting he's more powerful than you, and you're not as godly as you think you are.
Yeah, pretty much.
But as all villains, as all crazy villains do, he's just like, nah, I'm going to be a hypocrite. But when I do it, it's okay.
Yeah, but when you do it, it's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only I can do that.
So I can go into the body of a mortal and take his power for mine, right? Even though I feel that I'm more powerful than all the mortals to begin with.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, at this point, I think he's just gone insane because he's like, he can't believe that mortals are more powerful than him. So he's just like, he's obviously in denial. Yeah. But his denial so strong that he's just like,
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, his brain just decides not to make sense of anything anymore.
Insanity, man. That's what happens when you fuse yourself. The brain gets become too big.
Yeah. I have to say, I did like it that he decided to fuse with himself.
Yeah.
Because he was getting beat up. And I also like that because one half of him was mortal and one half of him was immortal.
Yeah.
That it caused a mismatch.
Yep. And that's why he starts into the goofing, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm not sure about exactly what I thought about that myself, right? But I will say,
freaked me out.
The idea of it made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And then it's like, because we can't, even if we defeat Goku Black, we cannot defeat Immortal Zamasu.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then he defeated himself by combining ish. And then you're saying about how the rest of the saga goes because it started going a bit a dreary ending.
Yeah, that he's corrupted that world too much, so it's dying and it sort of erases itself. But they are only able to get out Trunks and Mai, right? And they put them on a different universe.
Well, here's another, by the way, another hypocritical thing, as you just reminded me, as you were saying that, is like, so he doesn't like time travel because he's like, all the mortals are abusing it, right?
Yeah.
And he goes and time travels himself to save himself and have another version of himself.
Yeah. Bad guys 101, they're hypocrites, you know.
Yeah, but you say, okay, so the entire logic of what you're saying they're doing wrong, you're also doing wrong completely as well.
Yeah. That's what you do.
Which is why I was like, you know what? He's clearly his mind is just completely melted.
Yeah.
Nothing he's doing and saying makes sense because they all conflict with each other.
Yep, that's his thing. Yes, he's MO. Just
which is made for compelling watch because you're like, okay, what's he gonna say? And they completely do the opposite of next time.
Yeah, you're like, wait for it. There he is. Yep, he's done it. Yep.
So they like saying they merge. I think the Trunks somehow used the Spirit Bomb sword, which ability out of nowhere we had, chop the immortal version of combined Fuse Zamasu in half.
Yeah,
because he attacked the mortal version part, right?
Yeah.
Question mark? Because I'm like, I'm not 100% on this logic.
Nope.
Anyway,
it's been a while.
Yeah. And then what is it? You're saying he does he merge into the sky or something like that? I can't remember the exact.
Yeah, he merges into the sky or into, I want to say, the essence of that world.
Yeah.
And it starts like corrupted, isn't it? It's weird.
Yeah. And then at that point Future Zeno decides, you know what, I'm going to make an appearance.
Yeah.
Because I mean, where I've been all this time, but whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just like, I'm just going to click my fingers and destroy this entire world because it's useless now to me.
Yeah, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like you're saying, they quickly, everyone who was teleported from the Dragon Ball Super current timeline, gets back to the normal timeline. And then Trunks is like, the Trunks and our world destroyed. What are we going to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's like, well, you're going to do the exact thing that Zamasu was saying that caused the entire thing in the first place. You're just going to put them in an alternate universe with alternate versions of themselves. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't 100% get that ending. I was like,
Neither did I.
yeah, but I see what you mean. I see what you're saying, but that means there's a Trunks there and a Mai there.
Already, yeah.
Yeah, and
Maybe.
that the future Trunks that you put there, he's Super Saiyan Ikari, so he's above that level of Trunks anyways.
Yeah.
And then what's to say some other Zamasu from an alternate universe goes, wait a minute, Splinter timelines I don't like it, but having alternate versions of people living in the universe completely, no, you know?
Unless that universe, Trunks doesn't exist. Is there any other way I can sort of see?
No, I think they say that. All right, I thought they dropped him into alternate universe with an alternate universe.
Yeah,
that's the thing. So you just assume that there was a Trunks and Mai there.
Yeah,
maybe.
Who knows?
Yeah,
that'd be weird to do. Right? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait, no, okay. They returning to future Trunks and Mai outside of time. The outside of time versions, right?
Yeah.
Are going back in time to live in okay. They're not going back into the past, right?
No.
But or they're going to a past that's not their past, just slightly behind their past.
Yeah.
Their future.
Yeah.
Yeah, because their world's destroyed, and So they're going to be duplicates of them living there,
unless
no, that's what they actually say. But
okay,
unless they don't, they say that, but whether they actually do it or not, you don't see, so you don't know.
Yeah, okay, that makes some sense.
Yeah, but I just think that's prime, even more target for like mucking about the universe. Yeah, you're like, okay, well, you know, this planet's got this timeline with both of these guys, with two versions of these people. It's got a hit on it for me.
Yeah, won't be surprised if it's blown up later anyway.
Yeah. So, yeah. Then, and I think then you get small slice of life episodes. Barry Khan, the movie star, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which I want to say is particularly memorable either, right?
No.
The only one I would say is memorable, like you're saying, is when Goku decided to hire Hit to try and kill him.
Yeah.
Himself, that is, right?
Yeah.
So he could have his no-holds-barred fight that he wanted, which, made sense. And then Hit killed him, except that Goku launched a Ki blast up into the sky as he was getting hit. So then, after Hit killed him and Goku fell on the ground, the Ki blast came back and hit Goku and restarted his heart.
Oh.
I'm like, all right, that's okay. This man may not be a genius at all, right? But he does some genius level stuff. Whether you accept that the Ki blast will restart someone's heart, well, that's a different matter.
Why are you? Yeah.
Yeah.
All
right. Is that onto the universe, the tournament of Power Saga?
Yeah. Where?
Because I can't remember. Personally, I can't remember any other slice of life episodes that they had.
I think that's literally it.
Yeah.
Because.
Yeah. Until they training for the.
Yeah, when they're training for it, and then they force Fidel to have her baby.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. That whole bit, I was like, that is weird.
Yeah. When they didn't force it, well, they kind of prematurely. What is mucking about time again, isn't it?
Yeah. Wow, you just don't learn your lessons, do you? Okay.
Yeah.
Read a flash.
Oh no, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Bulma having a baby.
Oh. Wait, didn't she actually have? Wait, we don't really see her have her baby.
Who Bulma?
Yeah.
Wish just because they want Vegeta to fight in the tournament. Wish is like, just click his fingers, and then the baby just appears in Bulma's hands from her stomach. I think something like that, but it's just like, wow, that was a bit strange, but okay.
Wow. Okay. Well.
Yeah. Okay, in the saga, there's loads of. Well, it's got 12 universes, right?
Yeah.
So of course it's gonna have many. Okay, first of all, you had the prelude to it where you had that one-on-one. What universe was it? 3
I don't remember.
with the wolves.
Was that the preliminaries?
Yeah. Well, first of all, Goku had to gather his team, and then they had to retrain Gohan, right?
Yeah.
But okay. Getting on to the actual saga itself, right? The main team was Universe 11, right? The Justice Force or whatever.
Yeah. Universe 11, yeah.
So, but and everyone knew there's a super powerful dude that rivals the gods of destruction himself, right?
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah. By the way, they get Vegeta, they get Frieza to join the team as well. From
it's Universe 6
fell
of the
asleep.
Justice League.
Yeah, is it Universe 6?
Yeah, Universe 6. Yeah,
No. Universe 6 is Cubber's.
You're right. Wait.
So yeah, they have a mismatch of team members, and they we got a plan. We got to stick to the plan, right? And then people just we
do what we want.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, the main fighter, the main guy, the main man. What would you say? The Sorry.
The star attraction.
Yeah, it's definitely this guy Jiren from Universe 11, right?
Yeah.
What everyone decides to do, even though they can feel his aura and everything, it's like, okay, so you got 10 members of everyone from 12 universes.
Yeah.
We're all gonna fight each other. No. First of all, you guys, you bunch of idiots, you should team up to fight this guy because he will definitely take you all out.
Yeah.
You're just biding your time there, waiting for. So you're beating each other up, and by the time you get to him, he can just flick his fingers and knock you out of the ring.
Yeah. It's not thought of. Yeah.
You're all better just to jump from the start and then wear him down.
Yeah.
But logic don't apply in anime universe,
No.
The only other people I remember is Red Ran, who kept on transforming, and then Android 17 interrupted transformation. They're like, "How can you do that?" They berate him.
Yeah. Like, you shouldn't do that. That's her whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I did think we only had half an hour to do this whole battle, but sure, if you want to do
48 minutes. 48 minutes. But, yeah.
But and I mean, it's like you're going to waste your time doing your weird transformation when we don't have much time. But okay,
not only that, it's just like this 48 minutes is about the same time as Namek time 5 minutes.
Yeah, but worse. Yeah.
Yeah. Because people get eliminated. Goku goes and gets beat up and then causes mass destruction. Goes to the Ultra Instinct Omen, then back to Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan 3, and then all that within the time. And like, wait, what?
Like, how are you doing all this?
Yeah. And not only that, you're just hugging up ring time that other people could use.
Yep. But no.
Yeah. No. But yeah. So, what did you find of Jiren? I say that because basically he's everyone else. Some people just there to be canon for this. Some people are there, and you're like, yeah, they're not really much to do.
Yeah.
Universe's 11 is what they call are they actually called the Justice Force? Because they don't look called the Justice League.
Like that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's like Justice Force.
Yeah. But they Toppa is like so Vegeta's going to fight Jiren after Goku's already fought Jiren and got beat up, and then Top's like, no, you're not fighting Jiren, you're not going to interfere in their fight, whatever, right? And then then I think Top's like Vegeta's like, no, I'm going for number 1, which is Jiren. I'm not going to fight number 2. Who's you? You're Jabron. You're second rate. And then Top's like, yeah, but are you second rate in your universe?
Like,
and Vegeta obviously couldn't handle it. It's just like, fine, I'll fight you then. I'll fight you because you dare say such things.
Like, you dare discriminate against the King of Saiyans?
Yeah, but I found it funny. He's like, what I found good for Top is like he was going to be a god of destruction.
Yeah. Which I thought, okay, they brought that up. Though, that's pretty cool.
And then Vegeta, like, basically, he got pushed to a certain point by Vegeta where he's like, I'm actually going to become now God of Destruction because you're too powerful for me. This is I think, did Vegeta get to Super Saiyan? Super Saiyan evolved at this point?
I don't
Blue Evolution?
So.
Okay.
I think he might have. Wait. Yeah, I think he did, because he was Super Saiyan Blue. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And Top's like, all right, fine. I will, I will go and destroy be a God of Destruction. Even then, after he turned to God of Destruction, he couldn't handle Vegeta. But I was like, I get the logic of it, and that made sense for his character.
Yeah.
I did like and the other was the speed guy, in Despo in
the rabbit dude.
Yeah. Which I don't know about how fast he's meant to be going because of the stupid level of speed that is shown in Dragon Ball already.
Yeah.
How fast is super fast?
It's
whatever
it needs to be on that day of the episode. Yeah.
Exactly. I tell you what as well, Jiren hits the most powerful level of person on Universe 6, and he got turned into a right jabroni just to establish Jiren's power level.
Yeah.
Which is exactly why I was like, why don't you just all jump him then?
Yeah. But I don't think it would have worked if they jumped him.
No, even it wouldn't have worked or anything like that. But it's just like, okay, so he's just taking out that guy who can manipulate time, essentially.
Yeah.
And now we're all just going to fight each other because no one wants to fight him. It's like, well, yeah, but you're all going to be beat up by the time you get to him. Use a brain, someone.
Yeah.
Well,
what's brains?
Yeah, like, if we all, like, only one universe can survive, right? He looks like he's going to go and take out everyone full stop. So, we can wear him down as much as possible, and one of the other universes might survive. You know? But no one, like, when you're in a competition for money or whatever it is, right? No one applies any logic to anything.
No. What's the point?
Yeah.
Logic is silly, we all know that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, right, so teamwork. Yeah, you put your hands out to shake someone's hand for teamwork, and they just slap your hand and go, no. All right, okay.
We hug.
Yeah. Oh, no, they do that. They might do that and then pull a knife out, right?
Yeah.
But hey. Yeah, so I didn't like how he didn't because he was established, like, obviously he'd be like, with killing arts, he can fight Goku, you know, and win to a certain degree. It depended on how much you wanted to say he would win, right?
Yeah.
And then Jiren's just like, this guy, okay, I'll fight him, but
wait, Hit was in this?
Yeah.
I totally forgot that he was in this.
Yeah, probably because he got eliminated really quick, because Jiren's like, it's not on my level-ish. I'll just establish dominance.
Yeah, which he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for some reason I forgot he was in it. I remember that Kale and her sisters in it.
No, they're not really sisters.
Oh, yeah, they're not. But I just...
Yeah, it's like how Roman Reigns and Rock are cousins, but they're not really cousins.
Oh, through blood packs, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. So Kale is one of the other people I remember. First of all, I remember Caulifla because she's like, well, Kaba got to Super Saiyan level 1, right? And he's teaching them how to do it.
Yeah.
And then she jumps to Super Saiyan level 2 before him, and he's like, what?
Yeah, because of the rage.
Well, it's not. It's just like, we need to power up her to keep the level, the people relevant, right?
Yeah.
But, so it's significant when Kaba goes into Super Saiyan level 2, even though he did it mighty quick as well. But her's just like, the tingly sensation in my back. Boom, Super Saiyan level 2. I'm like, alrighty,
I kind of
like how... That,
I, for some reason, I did like that. I don't know why.
I think at that point they made a mockery of it, and they're like, we're on the joke, nudge, nudge, wink, wink,
Yeah, probably what it was.
I did like how the Universe 6 Namekians, how powerful they were, because they're like, you know what? We did the Namekian fusion with half our planet, or, I'm exaggerating, but they're like, we gathered a whole bunch of people, and we fused ourselves together.
Just because,
And both of us who fused with many Namekians is still not as powerful as Ultimate Gohan. What do you say about that?
What can you say about that?
Yeah.
You can't say much.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah. Yeah. Any other thoughts on anyone other than Jiren?
Those robot things were cool.
Yeah, but
That's anything I could.
and the one that was the 5 robots combined together into one, right?
Yeah.
Who then
Ultron.
took key blast key blast from a whole bunch of people to knock him out. It's like, wait a minute, hold on a second. If he was that strong and he did like about 7, 6, 10 people to key blast him out, why didn't he just go and try and fight? Why didn't Jiren go try and fight him or something like that? You know?
Yeah.
Why don't you just start holding people? I'm super powerful, right? I can fight all the U's, yeah? With your Super Saiyan Evolution and Kaioken or whatever, right? Let me just go and fight this guy who's just been meditating in the corner for the past 40 minutes.
Well, in the heat of battle, you don't really think about these things.
Yeah. Yeah. I will say, I'm not sure if you know it in the anime, in the manga, Master Roshi kind of showed Goku about Ultra Instinct.
Is it?
Yeah. Because in this saga, right, he does the lower tier version of Ultra Instinct. Say, oh yeah, still got tricks to teach you, Goku, and then he basically says, kind of, this will take you to the next level. And he does kind of do an Ultra Instinct, but not really.
Okay.
So it is a version of it, but just not the version.
DD version, yeah.
So he kind of managed to dodge everyone and dodge over to Jiren. And I think Jiren tries to punch him, and he managed to slip through because obviously Jiren wasn't expecting, and he's just like putting maybe 1% into that swing because he's thinking, "I just old man, just
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's just like, yeah, all right, that makes sense. By the way, to me, not to say he not that he can or cannot have Ultra Instinct, just more like Goku got out of nowhere these abilities. If you got a power up, fair enough, yeah. But it's just like, where'd you get the dodging or the Ultra Instinct kind of like?
What's the reason behind it?
Yeah. Whereas if you say Master Roshi studied, kind of knew about this technique, and he's just like, I can execute it. Yeah. Then you give a reason for Goku to think to do that way or whatever. Even though Goku can somehow imitate anything that Master Roshi does instantaneously.
Yeah, which was awesome, but never really explained. Oh, it's kind of like Naruto though, like the Sharingan. If Sasuke has a Sharingan, and if it sees something, it copies. Maybe that's what he weirdly has. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, when Master Roshi did the I spent 50 years perfecting the Kamehameha, then Goku's like, oh yeah, I'll do it right now.
Yeah, he's like Kamehameha, which looks better in the reimagining of the first when they first meet, that little mini movie. That was awesome. When the skies open up and everything. So cool. Sorry.
But yeah, Jiren's backstory of how this monster, someone killed his family or whatever. I don't need no teammates or whatever it is, even though he's in the Justice Force that has all the whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then,
wait, was he the one that ended up killing his family by accident or something like that?
Well, that's the thing, right? You would have thought his backstory essentially is not really much anything there is.
Yeah.
Something killed his family, blah blah blah, right?
Yeah.
But if you say if you were thinking, okay, maybe he was too powerful and he couldn't control himself.
Yeah.
And his power burst out and he killed his own family. Right?
Yeah.
But he wants to atone, and then then there's something there. But he's just like, nah, I'm just gonna be moody, sit in the corner.
Yeah.
Gonna go and just do a Batman where in pre-Zero Hour, right? Yeah. Post-Zero Hour, where he never found Joe Chill, so every time he beats up a villain, he's like, "Is this the person that killed my mom and dad?"
Right.
That's that's what Jiren's doing.
Oh wow.
Except, but not really. He's just some monster killed my family when I was a kid.
Seek vengeance on everyone. Yeah,
and then I'm gonna find a tournament of power. Yeah. Right. Okay.
Sure.
Even though I never found this guy, and they've never touched on it since. But to be fair, super dead at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think, unfortunately, there was much to Jiren.
No, not really.
Not a particularly interesting character, it seemed.
No.
I mean, it might make him more interesting later on, but it's just like he just comes off as standoffish and arrogant, and just be like, "Yeah, I'm better than all of you," but that's the way it is, apparently.
Yeah.
And I've got this tragic backstory, which is not particularly enticing.
It's like I've got this tragic backstory, but we'll never really touch upon it.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of explains my attitude, but not really. Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah. So, I don't think much of the character, because they didn't give him. It's powerful and stuff like that, but they didn't give him much to work with.
No, not at all.
Though we will say, the Broly movie, we are counting as part of this, by the way. Yep.
Yeah.
I like the reimagined Broly.
Yeah. Wouldn't really call him a villain, but yeah, I liked it.
I mean, I wouldn't say, exactly. He was more like, you know what? He was a kind of a pawn, but not really.
Yeah.
I prefer this version to the other version, who was an outright villain.
Was he an outright villain? There was just some weird.
He was a maniac.
Yeah.
He was definitely a maniac. This version is more sympathetic.
Yeah.
So there was more to it. It's funny because you're like, all right, they're the same, but they're very different.
Yeah.
And it just depends on whose take of the character it is. And it can make a lot of difference to how you perceive the character.
Yeah, big difference.
Yeah. So original Brody, I'd say, didn't have much to him other than, so Goku disturbed him while he was. They're both newborn and Goku was crying. It's like, okay, but how do you remember from that point when you was a baby, this guy disturbed you? Anyways. Yeah. Super Saga Broly. Super Broly. I mean, he didn't want to be there. He was like, no, he didn't want to be there. Just more like, look, my dad's making me fight.
Yeah. I've been left alone with my weird dog thing.
Yeah. Everyone's causing me trouble, and I've got the power to stop to fight and stop being bullied, essentially, right? Or whatever it is. But it's just like, basically, look, trouble's coming. Like, I'm being forced to go into trouble, and I can stop the trouble with the power that I have.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I know time doesn't think, I'm going to be super or anything. It's just like, I'm just gonna. I mean, all my life has just been beating up things to stop whatever it is. Yeah. Like, because he was like on the whatever planet they got exiled to, and he just like they beat up everything there to go and eat food or whatever it is. So all right.
He's just been manipulated the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. So you're like, he's a poor guy. And also, it's funny because Jiren had so much episodes to do backstory or something like that. Yeah. And Brody had like a short movie where he had to share screen time with everyone else. I'm like, but I get Brody.
Yeah. They flushed him out.
Yeah.
They flushed him out a lot.
They really need to do something with that Jiren. Otherwise, he's going to be
forgotten about.
Yeah, no. It's just going to be more. Why is this guy why does he take up so much screen time when there's nothing to him?
Yeah, because leading up to all this super and stuff for Jiren, I remember people talking about Jiren a lot, and then after, I haven't heard about anyone say anything about Jiren since.
Yeah,
like people always talk about Broly, even modern Broly, Frieza, but
it's like so that they had too many people. Like, I mean, like how many universes they have there? With 12 universes, each with 10 members.
Yeah.
Obviously, some people are just going to be put by the wayside, right? And just they're going to be fillers. But you didn't need to have that many people to begin with.
No.
It's just like you remember the Jeff Johns Green Lantern story arc.
Yeah,
I say the point of from Rebirth onwards to the Blackest Night.
Yeah,
where the first 25 issue fleshed out the Green Lanterns and the Sinestro Corps, right?
Yeah.
To go to that direction. And you're leaving me 25 issues to introduce the 7 other colors plus the Black Lanterns.
Yeah.
How are you going to do that? You know?
Yeah.
I think in that saga, the Indigo tribe, they got shafted. They just, I think, appeared in the storyline just before Blackest Night, just to put them in there because there wasn't enough space for them.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Do you remember it? Do you remember that?
No. I don't remember it.
I mean, it was all a really good saga, by the way. But it's just like one of those things where you in between the beginning of the Green Lantern to Sinestro War, you could interweave some of the other lanterns in there. Not crisscross them, but have them story independent of the main story. Just like a couple of pages. What's happening at that end of space or something like that. So they ain't tied the main story, but they can build themselves. I think actually it might be misremembered because there were the Red Lanterns and the Blue Lanterns in there somewhere, but not kind of. They didn't have any. No, because they would have appeared in the Sinestro War in that case. Anyways, sidetracking. Don't know what I think of the Universal Survival arc.
The only thing really, like, it was good, don't get me wrong, but the only things that stick out to me is Goku turning Ultra Instinct.
Yeah. And Goku, even somehow he managed to get himself beat up quite a lot in 48 minutes.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't really 48 minutes. And he had a lot of screen time because he had to get beat up and recover.
Yeah.
And beat up and use up his power and then also recover. And it's just like, but Jiren's just sitting down doing nothing. Vegeta's just watching everyone. It's like, there's other people could be doing stuff.
Yeah.
And if we break down the amount of time that everyone spends in the fight or, whatever, right? Goku would spend the longest doing stuff.
Yeah. Because it's a Goku show, that's why.
Yeah, that's the thing. Even though it's not necessarily, you're like, but logically you could spread it. I mean, did you expect him to get the win at the end of the Universal Survival arc?
I did, which I was quite surprised when it wasn't him.
Yeah. I did like that him and Frieza teamed up.
Yeah.
And that 17 survived because he's just like, okay, well, this is the most random person to survive here, but all right, fair enough.
Yeah. It's like, it's his redemption. Awesome.
But it would have been nicer if they set up certain things because the androids, right?
Yeah.
They've got infinite energy, but they don't have infinite energy and stamina because they're machines, according to the logic of Dragon Ball, right?
Yeah.
So he could exhaust someone and then overwhelm them. It's just like the same when he had to fight with Piccolo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Piccolo. So I thought the logic of if the androids were fighting Despo, he's speedy, but he can only keep out speed for a certain point because they are infinite. Therefore, they were if he's fighting both of them and he's just gonna make himself like fall over from exertion.
Yeah.
And then they can kick him out and beat him up there. It's just like one of those things where you're like, oh, that'd be neat to do because someone's got an advantage, someone else got a disadvantage at this certain point, But I think, I mean, as much as they had loads of people in here, they're just like, we're just gonna keep blast that person out, keep blast that person out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
So, and we'll introduce a whole bunch of new characters, except that 90% of them aren't relevant.
Yep, they'll be seen for a moment and never again. Yeah. Gotta love it. Sarcastically. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it is what it is, first of all.
Yeah, it
right?
is what it is.
Okay, Dragon Ball Superhero. Don't forget that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The bear.
I wasn't a fan of. I think I said before. Cell Max because he just didn't have it. Like, is a brainless moron.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Gammas were fine. Like, for what they were, I because they had personality and they thought they were the superheroes and stuff like that, right? They weren't deep or anything like that, but they're just like out there having the joke, like a bit of fun.
Yeah.
They're basically the Young Bucks, right?
Yeah. Showboating.
Yeah. Yeah, and Doctor Hero was it?
Yeah, Hero. Yeah. Because
he wasn't all that. He wasn't bad. He just made I say he wasn't bad, but basically when he got thrown out of prison, he threw a bomb back in there.
Yeah, he killed many people. But in his maybe defense, they were evil anyway, so he kind of did them.
Well, yeah, I mean, but he was in that jail and he wasn't that evil, except that he was evil because he threw the bomb back in. But anyways,
yeah.
But yeah, he was fine. He was actually neat because he wasn't out there for people in the movie had their particular roles.
Yeah.
Which were all like diverse.
Yeah.
You know? So the Red Ribbon Army obviously being the straight up villains, like the cyborg guy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The guy who wanted to create Cell Max. So but which I thought was neat. They had cool stuff. I just didn't think Cell Max was particularly nothing much to him. A bit like, they've already resurrected Frieza. Why don't we just resurrect Cell, kind of ish? You know,
yeah.
You could have made a new android. New android, a Super 17, right? Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I just saw it as okay. It's Cell's turn. It kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
I'm okay with it.
I mean, I probably would have preferred normal Cell-ish.
I don't know because then. Normal Cell, if you brought him back and then you kind of jobbed him out like they're doing this, that's kind of more of disservice to the character. If you're bringing this whole huge
it's true.
kaiju sort of thing, it doesn't really make a difference. You know
I suppose. I mean, yeah. I feel like some of the villains, like as far as villains go, I didn't like Cell Max at the end. I get what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
You're like, okay, the logic is this, and it's like, yeah, but couldn't they? Yeah, I mean, I still dislike it, but I'm like, you know what? If you're just gonna say, the kaiju monster, knocking down buildings, swaying his tail with the mouth blast like it's Godzilla. Like, all right, fair enough.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Kind of got to see him. Like, yeah.
The thing is, if that case, they should have leaned it into it a bit more, where he's a parody of Godzilla.
Yeah, sure.
But kind of like a Cell version of Godzilla, because he's like, and then that would have I would have enjoyed more because they like, I'm in on the joke. I get where you guys were going. 100%.
So that's why I was alright with it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Super coming back sometime this year at some point.
Yeah, that's what they say.
We'll Well, I don't know if they will call it Super Part 2 or just rename it something else or whatever it is.
Fit the probably like marketing one stuff. Probably just keep it Super. It's kind of
and they just continue on from the what's it called? They're just going to continue like after Dragon Ball's, like, so it's going to be the end of Super.
Yeah.
Well, the end of this current version of Super.
Yeah.
Then you got the Broly movie. Then you got Dragon Ball Super, and then you continue straight off that.
Yeah.
Or do you reckon they're just going to redo the Broly movie?
I hope not.
And the Dragon Ball Super arc, the superhero arc.
I hope not. I hope they just carry on for where they are and go from there, because doing all that's kind of redundant in a way.
Even though they already did it at the beginning,
Yeah. But they have to prove that that's canon, isn't it? So that's why.
It's true.
That kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
We'll see.
Weird.
Wait, is another movie going to come out before that, or?
I don't know. Probably after or during, because didn't Broly come out during Super, right?
No, the Super. Oh, I think Broly was being animated during Super.
Yeah. Cause I know they're animating the movie right now as well. But...
What? Because they didn't turn to Super Saiyan Kaioken, the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken or Super Saiyan Evolution during that movie because they hadn't thought of it at that point.
Okay.
No, they hadn't thought of it at that point. I think it's just more of this. We already started animating this.
Yeah.
That wasn't incorporated. We were basing off the manga, which didn't have it.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But we don't want to contradict the manga, and we don't want to contradict the anime.
Yeah, so let's just.
So we just say they forgot to use it. Shrug.
Just do it in the middle of the road, sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. You think, and you're saying that they're animating another movie already?
Yeah, because that's what I saw when I was looking on the internet around the time Supernet came out.
Yeah.
Superheroes came out, so we'll see. Hopefully they do.
Okay, so you reckon there's going to be 3 movies and then a continuation of Super?
I think both. I reckon that the movie will come out. The series will come out before the movie.
Oh yeah, the new movie. You reckon?
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't have to read who was going to be in that because I like.
No.
I like that the Brody movie was mainly based on Brody because he had the most character developments there, probably the most screen time as well.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Even that movie was just purifying. Well, yeah. We'll build up half the movie. And then the rest of the movies will fine, which okay, fine. That's what it is. Therefore, I did like Dragon Ball Super Superhero because it was not based on Goku or Vegeta.
Yeah.
Someone else got like Piccolo and Gohan got their time in the limelight.
Yeah.
So, I want to say their movie was the greatest, but it wasn't terrible.
Nah. Okay.
I mean, they just showed they're strong enough to carry the movie, and Piccolo could have carried the entire movie by himself. Really?
No. I wouldn't watch a Piccolo movie if I'm honest. How much I like Piccolo.
That's the thing, right? He was in 2/3 to 3/4 of this movie, and Gohan was like, "I'm gonna go sit down and do my studying."
Yeah.
Until the last 10 minutes when Pan's gonna be kidnapped.
But because
everyone's telling me that I should.
But think of that film and Gohan was in it. If it was just a Piccolo film, it'd been kind of dead. If I'm honest.
Well, yeah, no, I would enjoyed it because I'd be like, oh, well, not necessarily it's just a Piccolo film. Piccolo film starring everybody else. Yeah, fair enough. But
even then, I don't know.
I think they could have do with an episode of in Super and stuff like that, where they do the episodes where you can have it based on like a short saga just with other people.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think you need part of the Saiyan family in a film or something. If not, it's just like,
yeah. I think here's the thing: Dragon Ball Super, you'd expect them. I think that's the issue as well, because you've been conditioned so much to believe, these Goku and Vegeta will just take care of everything.
Yeah. But I don't need them in it. You know what I mean? But
okay. You mean like Gohan and at least someone, yeah?
Yeah, like Gohan, Trunks, Goten.
Yeah,
just someone like that. Like, I wouldn't watch a film if it was just Piccolo and Krillin. As much as I love Krillin. But
it's true. It seems like, wait a minute, where's everyone else?
Yeah, it's like, we couldn't get them. All right, cool.
You couldn't afford the big stars, so here you are.
Yeah, that
B-side characters for the moment. Oh, or the cast was away filming something else.
Yeah, so you have their understudies sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Even though at some point these guys were the close to main characters. They just got
like 20 years ago. Yeah, but
exactly. Yeah. All right. So I don't know. What else did you read about this new movie that might be coming out? Just that there will be one.
All they said they've been one. They're not really said what it's about yet.
Yeah.
So
do you reckon that Super will come out just before this movie comes out?
Yeah.
And this would be like, it's one of those things, isn't it? Where you think, will they say that the movie? What? Okay. Would it be a couple of episodes come out, and then you insert this movie into the timeline where it could and might not take place? where it could or could not take place, where it doesn't contradict anything. Like, have you watched Cowboy Bebop?
Yeah, I watched Cowboy Bebop.
So the Cowboy Bebop movie takes place between episodes. Wait, before the final 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Because they're like essentially one long episode, and before everyone splits up on the team as well.
Yeah.
So I think I don't know if it's 22. Yeah, I don't know if it's 22 or 23 episodes. I can't remember exactly. But basically, it takes place. Let's just say it's 23 episodes. The movie takes place before episode 22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took me ages to figure that out. But yeah.
But whether you acknowledge it, I mean, it doesn't contradict anything. It doesn't. You know, it can and it doesn't need to be acknowledged, even though it's a really good movie.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. You know, even if you fit in, it doesn't affect anything.
Yeah. I think that's what it probably.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Okay. So yeah. So obviously we hit the end of this because there were other, I want to say villains, but antagonists, or other than the Gods of Destruction. The other Gods of Destructions on the Universal Survival arc, but other than the clown, other than the Joker and Harley Quinn,
yeah,
yeah.
So many
I don't think there was like they got a whole bunch of. I don't even call Zeno a. He wouldn't. He's not a villain, right?
No.
But he's not really an antagonist either because he's just like childlike, and you don't even realize what he's doing with so much power, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So look, there's interesting characters they introduced in Super, and I get their gimmicks, some of them, right?
Yeah,
like the angels and the whatnot, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, some of these guys where like they made a big deal, like Jiren, they don't explain enough. I can get if you're saying the Justice Force is all just good guys, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And they just okay, this is what our abilities are. We got our costumes, we got got our secret handshakes and stuff like that. Yeah, okay, fine.
Yeah, I can get that.
But then he's just like, oh yeah, but I have this backstory of tragedy and whatnot, and he's like, yeah, but
explain some more, please.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I trained myself to be so powerful to fight this demonic force that destroyed my blah 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 blah. Right?
Yeah.
Except that doesn't add to your character.
No.
It's just like you're taking up time. You're taking up time.
Yeah.
In the anime I'm watching, you could have exercised your entire backstory there, and it wouldn't have made a difference.
No. But maybe they probably bring Jiren back at some point.
Yeah, well, they have to, right? Because they I say that because he's like, here you are showing me something and trying to say this guy's significant and mention his name. You're in Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball Super Superhero, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, if he's that significant, then why is he not treated that way?
Yeah.
A bit like when Big Show is like, I'm gonna go fight Brock Lesnar, and everyone's like, Big Show, they booked you as not exactly the most.
Yeah, if this was 2003 Big Show, I would buy it, but this is 2015 Big Show, where
and then they always go back to, don't wait the sleeping giant because he wasn't being serious all that time. Yeah, all right, well, yeah.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but no, but yeah, but no, but.
Yeah.
Okay,
cool.
Yeah. I know we're using wrestling analogies to talk about this stuff, but sometimes you can't find the exact pop culture reference other than something you've seen in wrestling.
You know a lot, which is wrestling,
Okay, yeah, that'll be us signing off for this episode. I'm the person who takes the time doing transformations and gets interrupted. See what, John?
And I am the guy who, out of boredom, hired a hitman to kill me, and it was a mystery until the end. I went, I did it, even though I knew the whole time. Carl Charles. And thank you for listening to us talk about the villain / antagonists through the Dragon Ball Super series. If you enjoyed Dragon Ball Super, and if you did, who was your favorite antagonist or story arc? And did you think the Goku Black story was cool but very confusing in a great way? Let us know.
But that's half of why it's so amazing. I think.
Let us know by leaving us a comment or dropping us a message on Instagram and the Twitters. Also, do you also have a problem with Trunks dating Mai? I'm just going to leave it as that. It's a weird situation. And you can also tell us on social medias. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends about us. If you can, leave us a rating on the podcasting platform you listen to us on. So that could be Spotify, Apple Music or Apple Podcast, and Castbox. And yeah, that's the only ones I can think of at the moment. And yes, thank you all for listening. And I'd like to once again thank you for taking this trip around. Wait, what? Sorry. Thank you for taking a trip with us around the multiverse, which includes Universe 7 and 6. But don't go to Universe 13 because, it's a doozy. And see you later, guys. Bye.
Boo. Is that supposed to be insulting? You say I'm arrogant, I say damn right. That's pride. Pride in the Saiyan I am. The mighty prince of the ultimate warrior race. Impossible to defeat you! Don't make me laugh! I won't surrender control! That's not the man I am! Let Kakarot use his thoughtless Ultra Instinct all he wants! But I'm the one who's going to crush you, Jiren! And I'll do it my way!
Whoa! That's amazing, Vegeta! You've never powered up this much before!
His energy is skyrocketing! Now he's even stronger than when he was driving back Jiren a minute ago! But how? What is the deal with these Saiyans and their bottomless power?
Jiren may have thought that critique would embarrass Vegeta, but all it actually did was remind him of his pride and awaken even more power.
That light around him is very bright. Vegeta sure is getting powerful now, isn't he?
Claim I'm no threat to you. I assume that means you won't act like a coward and try to avoid this blast! Bring it. Let's go! Give it to him! Pound him with everything you've got! Final blast! Bullseye!
That was a direct hit!